and this is the first one I've ever done so far, and excited to be here and just trying to drop some knowledge every day, what's going on in the market. Um, but my name is Stephen Custer with eXp Realty, and I serve the greater Charlotte area. Um, I've been a realtor for over 5 years and an investor for about 7 years, and just welcome to be on here and kind of doing my thing of broadcasting it to more people. With that being said, with this channel, I'd like to probably just take questions and answer them as best as my ability. And so we'll be right off to it. I had a couple questions come in yesterday, so I thought I would just start there. Caitlin in the local area, she's talking about Charlotte market compared to other major markets, and which is interesting because to be a market expert, you got to be kind of in your backyard. So Charlotte is very thriving, and it's doing really well. There's a lot of people coming from different areas, from New York, Washington State, a lot of people coming up from the north. And so that's kind of thriving our business right now in this area. It's got a lot of room for improvement, but we're getting there. So compared to others, I think we're doing really well. I think it's one of the top markets that are bringing a lot of people and businesses, especially from the north. So I think we're doing really well compared to some. Now, if you're up in the north, New York, there's a lot of people leaving. So it's definitely one of those things where we're doing really, really well. Let's see here. Greg, actually a good friend of mine, Greg, reached out and had a question about owning rental properties because he knows that I have got put together a few over the years. And really, the best way to get started is just get the first one. Learn. You're going to make mistakes. Got to go out there and you're going to have to just grind, and you're just going to have to make an LLC and take the leap of faith. And more or less, I would try to encourage you to make it as easy as possible by maybe doing like a townhouse where you don't have to worry about the outside too much, or because you want to like try to manage yourself so you can learn the mistakes, hopefully not too big, but really most of the things, as long as you get the right property with the right tenant, you can fix everything else. Those are the big things. Get the right tenant in there, get the right property, and everything else can kind of fall into place. That's how I did it. So getting the first one is a big thing. Learning and just keep on expanding. Just try to put a goal out there that's achievable, and it doesn't have to be really that crazy. My first one, I think it took me 3 or 4 years to get my second one. And then it turned into getting a couple every year. And that's still my goal right now, is just to pick up a couple. With this market, it's kind of different. It's whenever things make sense, which breaking even is kind of almost the name of the game right now. Even with higher interest rates and rents going up, it's almost a break even. But is break even really that bad when somebody's paying down your mortgage? $1,500, $2,000 a month. That's pretty nice. So it's not just a cash flow of zero. You're renting it out, and they're making your payments. So 10 years later, you've got maybe 100 grand, 200 grand that they paid off. That's pretty good. That's how I look at it. So not always everything has to be about cash flow. So location's huge. You're going to pay a little bit more for a premium being in a good area, but I think it's well worth it. I've gone into some other areas and you run into different problems, and definitely pick your areas wisely. I've invested heavily into Mooresville, North Carolina, by the lake, and a lot of people are coming there. There's a lot of money going into the Lake Norman, and with all those big houses and everything. That's cool. I'll play over here on the other side, but it's okay. You don't have to go get a shiny $1 million house to make a good rental. You know. Let's see. You got another question. Renting versus owning. Yeah, right back to it, kind of. So, owning, you've got the advantage of building equity over time, whether you're paying down the mortgage or somebody else's. If you're renting, you're you're making somebody else's mortgage payment. So it's depending on where you are in life. If you're a little bit younger or not really sure where you want to be, or starting a new job and not sure how that's going to go, then that could make sense. I wouldn't do it for very long. But with the current market and interest rates a little bit higher, but historically not so bad, you could maybe sit for another year or something and really wait for maybe the prices to come down a little bit, or the interest rates to come down a little bit, and then you got a better deal. But right now, you're not really. It's a really neutral market where, sure, you can come in $25,000-$50,000 under price to make up for that higher interest rate, but then you just refinance later and you're okay. So I think it's okay depending on what you got going on, what's your situation. But I think long term, if you want to get to your goals of financial freedom, I think it's really hard to get there while renting. So I think you got to own a few of them would be nice. But that's all the questions I got for you right now. I'm going to sign off kind of early, so kind of make it a short one, but would love to get some more questions from everybody. I'm here. I'll probably try to do this a couple times a week. Try to keep you updated on the market, how I'm seeing it. It's already taken off this week, being the first week of January. Picked up 3, 4, 5 clients already, a couple sellers that reached out. So it's going to be an interesting year, and it's different every year that I've been in it. But we're going to go out there and work hard and be the best we can for our clients, and help them out with anything that comes our way, because we're we can handle it, with enough experience or people around us. Like, yeah, we can get anything done. So I'm excited for this year. And let's see. But heck of a start to the year. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.